and I don't say this lightly, one of the best playlists I've ever heard on PT today.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
DJ Kimberly.
He's ready for Halloween weekend. That's what it is. She's like, I'm ready to have some of that spooky potion.
There will be some potion this weekend.
It's going
for sure.
Make it spooky, yeah.
Welcome back.
True.
All right, a couple things here. First off, folks, big announcement time. It's time to dream bigger with the Princess Margaret Home Lottery. The 1.2 million bonus prize deadline is tonight at midnight. Get in now to win the bonus prize featuring a luxury downtown Toronto condo plus $50,000 in cash.
Well, you know what the $50,000 in cash is like. Let me tell you about the condo. It's got a south-facing balcony with incredible views of Lake Ontario and the ideal spot to gather before a night out on the town, like on Halloween weekend, or before an afternoon lounging at Sugar Beach. The condo is fully awarded, fully furnished, professionally decorated, and includes a parking spot. So get your tickets before midnight tonight and be in for the bonus prize and over 20,000 exciting prizes valued at more than $19 million. You can win life-changing prizes with the Princess Margaret Home Lottery and help fund life-saving cancer research, all at the same time.
For more info or to buy tickets, go to princessmargaretlotto.com or call 1-866-631-1234. Some serious prizes up for grabs here.
Condo sounds amazing.
Not bad. The parking spot alone is worth a lot of
that's
cash.
worth $13 million.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Do you want to talk about the Shane Pinto story?
Tell me more about this.
All right.
I'm trying to wrap my mind around this.
So for those in the Ottawa area who really follow the Ottawa Senators, exciting time, new owner in the offseason, a lot of expectations, but it's been a bit of a weird year in that Shane Pinto is a restricted free agent. They've been trying to sign him, and it hasn't been easy. So yesterday, news comes across the wire that this player, Shane Pinto of the Ottawa Senators, was suspended for 41 games, so half of this entire season, for, quote, activities relating to sports wagering, end quote. The NHL conducted an investigation, and they found no evidence that Pinto actually made wagers on NHL games, but the league really didn't share any more details, and they said the matter is closed. Pinto is not appealing this, and he put out a statement saying, quote, I want to apologize to the NHL, the Senators, my teammates, the fans, and the city of Ottawa, and most importantly, my family. I take full responsibility for my actions and look forward to getting back on the ice with my team. This is one of the more vague stories from a league that has a lot of vague stories I've seen in quite some time. Now, some perspective here. The National Hockey League, and I'm not throwing stones because a lot of leagues are doing this now. The NHL right now have partnership deals with betting apps like BetMGM, FanDuel, PointsBet, Betway, William Hill, Bally's, to name a few. And the Ottawa Senators were the first team in the league to actually have a decal of a betting site on their helmet. So the relationship between pro sports and the betting sites, which opened up in 2018, and it's now legal basically in Canada and 35 states in the U.S., it's apparent for all to see. And it was only a matter of time before this happened, but the league's not really saying what happened. And all we know is he didn't bet on NHL games. Okay, well, I hope players around the league are getting more information than us. Because if I'm seeing this on any other team, I'm like, well, what did he do? Now, further perspective, we don't have much on this story. Bruce Garriock of the Ottawa Sun is reporting it was regarding his betting app in the States, Shane Pinto, he's American. And that's all they're telling us here. Now, we can talk about the actual issue and how vague it is, or we can go more big picture and say, how unsurprising is it that this is now happening in pro sports when pro sports are embracing betting to this extent? Like, I kind of laugh at the story. I don't laugh for Shane. That's a serious moment. He's out for half the year. But no one can tell me they're surprised this has happened, considering every third ad I'm seeing. And I'm not throwing stones. I get it. Money is money, especially now for Bell and Rogers and everyone else. But that's not a shock to me. Is it a shock to anyone else here?
No, not really. I mean, it's so intertwined, like you mentioned, and it's just now that here in Ontario, we're starting to pull back from even having those athletes and those celebrities endorsing directly a lot of those betting sites, because we've seen commercials, and we still do, with every single celebrity, including athletes, talking about their sport and on these betting sites. So, not surprising at all. It does make my mind run now, thinking, what could he have done, going back to the specific incident? What could Shane Pinto really have done if he did not bet? Did someone bet on his behalf, that kind of thing?
I just think, I feel like it'd be I don't know what the violation is specifically. I don't know what the wording might be in contracts with the leagues, whether it's the NBA, the NHL, MLB, whatever it might be, NFL. But I feel like as an athlete, it's almost like us. I can't enter, I wake up with BT. I work here. You know, my family, I'm not going to allow them to enter it because I work here. I would think there would be some sort of policy put in these leagues. As a player, you should not be betting on sports, period. I thought that was kind of an I thought that was already out there. I assumed, you know, just because I play in the NHL, I wouldn't be officially betting on the NFL. Now, maybe I'm naive to think that, because a lot of people like doing that. You play fantasy sports, whatever, that might be one thing.
It happens all the time.
Right?
Yeah.
But I just don't know, what could he be doing? What that have really violated the policy that they have in the NHL, and for the NHL not to put that out there is a little suspect to me.
It's super sus.
Right?
Like look, there was a soccer player just this week, an Italian soccer player named, forgive me, I forget his name.
I know exactly.
You know what I'm talking about, for Newcastle United. He got a 10-month suspension.
10 months,
Sandro Tonali, forgive me.
There you go.
He bet on games where with the team he used to play on, AC Milan.
Right.
So Newcastle brings him in to England, and he got hit with a 10-month suspension this week. To me, that's the red line. If you're betting on games involving your team, no. And to me, that's a no-brainer. The insinuation here is that a buddy of his, a family member, I don't know who, was doing things on his behalf.
Right.
I don't know how they track. I mean, you could track a lot of things with the apps. I don't know who it was exactly, but you don't miss half a season for nothing. Something happened there, and I mean, it's laughable. To me, your own team, that's Pete Rose stuff. No, you cannot do that. That is a suspension. I still think Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame, but kicked out of the league? Yes, I think you should be kicked out of the league. But if you want to bet on football and NBA and that, like,
you're not involved
in that. Like, I don't know what the leagues are going to try and police here, but
I just think it takes a step back with professional sports when people are like, oh, this was rigged. Like, think about the NBA, right? And Tim Donahue and the refereeing scandal that happened with that. So there's a lot to it.
There's a lot here. I just think we need way more information than that, and this is not a league. By the way, the biggest names in all the sports, you're never going to hear them in a story like this. It's going to be the Shane Pintos of the world. If it happens to anyone bigger, no way. That's under every rug they can find. All right, to be continued on that. 8:02. Sorry, Tam, we're a little late. You're watching BT.